Hello, hello, hello. Diaspora series, chapter 46. Explosive revelations, people. Come here. How Kegus got his visa. Top level communication. Remember, I was in love with the general's daughter. Kegus, man, you've always been powerful. I have always been powerful. I know people in the right places, in the right circles, in the right... We used to gamble together in casinos. Kampala Casino. You know where Kampala Casino is? It's not even entertainment. You don't know this, or you already know this anyway. So, and I was in love with a very beautiful, 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 beautiful person. The general's daughter. Hey, I got my visa through avenues. You know the YMCA people, come here and I tell you, Young Men Christian Association. To date, I think it's no longer doing much of what it was doing in our times. It was one of the institutions that were left post-colonial. Mumanya wali Baden-Powell obechaliwo ku Buganda Road, Baden-Powell. Scouts, be prepared. They had an HQ right next to YMCA, Wandegea. In fact, at some point, the two were connected because even the Uganda Scouts Association is based on the Christian values. Bintu bya church temukimanya ekyo. Hey, people. You don't know. I'm telling you these things. And I became a scout. I was a Cub Scout in primary school. 1984, 85, 86, 87. We used to even have an annual Scouts Jamboree. So that intertwined well. Papa wakayina inanga mulina. And that's how unzinaja dossier wait. You meet the criteria. Because remember, it was a UK internet study tour funded by the YMCA Wimbledon UK Internet Promotions. Invitation yajja mu office ya William Kalega, the program director at YMCA Wandegea. He is a friend of mine. We are playing basketball. Rest in peace, Cedric Babu. Kinetic was the whole thing, the whole concept of basketball. It was the place to be. And then it would move on to Makerere University sports ground. Not the sports, the other one. There was the other one where the swimming pool is and where the basketball, next to Mitchell, between Mitchell and Insibira Hall, Fetwajitanga North Court. So you see, I want to tie the two ends together. Mtegere how Kegus comes about. Hati William Kalega, who were talking as in his office. Kakati Oro, waliwo program je bayita Britannia UK. Nge ina summer camp. Nga bili connected n'aba scout. So many times faxes would come through. Atubera otwogera. Kati byaberanga mabwala abalungi. Let me be honest with you. There were very, very many beautiful girls who used to come to YMCA. Especially holiday, senior six vacation. And at that time, they introduced computer training. That's 1998, 99. Nakakoma okuve Kenya. I'm working in URA for the 6 months. Eventually, when I would start my business, I would make time to be around in Kampala when I came back. I usually came back Fridays, Saturday, and then Sunday I would drive back. Nayaba wala abalungi bali mu Kampala abaana abato. Olwo nginyingidde ebya Miss Uganda. Nanje bibabuli, I will tell you about Miss Uganda. Because nze nalina sente. Kegus, I don't have money for sponsorship. Kegus, can you sponsor me? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to win the new. Interesting enough. Hello.
Oh, hi.
I'm fine.
Is that you, Patrick?
Yes, it's me.
Oh,
Okay, I see you later. Kakati, temanyi bintu bino. YMCA, the role of YMCA. Invitation neyo wejja. Nengamba William, I tell William Kalega that this is a program and I think they want you to promote it or they want you to send names of people. And in the end, he would send 6 names back to the UK. Faxing back. Back then it was faxing. Mumanyi faxing. Do you know fax machine? People don't know things. That's it. And then they would confirm, they would blah 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 blah. You know money. I've posted that letter, you people, you know the letter. It has the names redacted and only my name in the middle. Mufuna bulungi. Kati you had to present supporting documents. That is what I've shown you. That is the file. Again, Zenali program leader. Yeah, William Kaliga didn't have anything to eat. Itaita bimanyi ye yali akola mulimu gwe. Kakati nze ne kimulaga. Kakati muganga William abana butaka abantu bakuwe sente era buli omu yamuwa nange namuwa millioni 4 mu 2000 January. William Kalega. And that is how things begin. Okufuna kwangu kwa visa. Orofunye girlfriend. Biseere namukolera na ku YMCA awo. Ali mulungi nyali kuno twajja fenna. Twajja fenna. Kati mutegedde Kegusi bwafuna visa. Nze nali ku byange saaliko anything. I didn't sit down and bimugamba nti mpanga paper. But what I remember, let me tell you this. Back then, things were different. There was a very long queue at the embassy. Lots of people were applying. Mulaba City Square yo. City Square, Kampala Road. Katemujita Constitutional Square. Opposite it, waliwo hoteli. Mumanyi nti waliwo hoteli. I don't know if it is still there up to date. Kati to beat the queue and be there very early in the morning. Omusajja yali amanyidde Sheraton. Kegusi used to shouting, saying in Sheraton, Imperial, byani byonna. Hotels zonna zaali zijjudde. There were so many tourists in Uganda back then. And I was to end up staying there that night. Muka hotel yako opposite City Square. Nasulawo ne girlfriend wange, the mother to my son, Beatrice. Kyenabagambye mu story eri nti yiyambeerangako ng'alinga buli kimu, everything she wants to know. Manyi nina abakazi abalala naye nga tafaayo. At the next morning, tugenda ku embassy. Ne twesangayo ffenna because all of us had to be at the embassy as a group. Kati mu group eyo mwe muli n'omuwala. Era bwe twayingira embassy, we entered the embassy around 10 o'clock. And then they told us to come back at 2 o'clock. Even it's me who spoke during the interview. It is me they interviewed. Then I explained to them YMCA, They said, okay, come back at 2 o'clock for your what? For your passport. You have to want the visit visa, 6 months. Mulava, Kati, I want to take you back in my primary when I was a scout. In my O level, I became, no, in primary I was a Cub Scout. And my troop leader was Aden Muhumuza. He's in Tanzania. He's doing, I think he's working in the National Housing Corporation of Tanzania. He's doing well. The brother to Wema Muhammad. Wema was my classmate. Era to competing now we were the top students in school. Wema Mekusalemia. Wema is in Tanzania as well. Yeah, so you can see. So from being a Cub Scout in 1988, when I'm in Mwiri, Mwase Moses is our scout leader. What leader wa Mwase? We would have a jamboree. Manyi a jamboree kazi. Aho nuwaberawo jamboree yamanyi nnyo. An international jamboree is a meeting or a gathering of scouts from all over the world. So I had a very, very strong portfolio. Eranzi, when it came to this invitation to apply for a visa, nebanga saba paperwork. Nagenda mu Uganda Scouts, ninzjayo reference, one recommendation letter. Of course, YMCA, nafunawo covering letter. Bitwateeka ku gundi ku application n'amanya kakati bano abaali mu group bo tebaamanya. They didn't know. Bo baasaba busamanya gaabwe. Courtesy of Kalega. Nani bade mbabuli amanya nasa babuli amanya g'abantu. I can't, you don't disclose people's details. Don't disclose them to y'abantu. Confidentiality. Gabatuwa visa kusawa munana. Parliamentary Avenue mujimanyi weri. Ginger Road, Mateos, Nandos, Kajin House. Kati mwabatamanyi bintu bino Kajin House eyo gye mulaba eyo. It used to be a dealership. It used to be a motor. Batundirangawo motoka. Car and General. Nga batundamu electricals waggulu nga wansi batundayo motoka. Mpya mu 70s. Mukimanyi ekyo? Do you know that? It was called Kajin House, Car and General. Kajin House, Motomat. The same applies to down at the end of Ginger Road, Awali Kitugumu House. This is the corner. Then the roundabout, Centenary Park, which was Anyirago in the hands of my Hyundai, Mujijukira hands of my Hyundai. In the corner, that used to be called Uganda Motor Corporation. Era nawo nga batundawo motoka mpya. Kinabagamba nti ilimu mugamba ebino ebya bond, sijui bond. Emotoka zabeeranga mpya ebina nabirabako nga ndi mwana muto. My dad nga bayagala emotoka nga this weekend tugenda kulambula motoka. You would buy a car. Bagulanga motoka mpya Buvera. That would explain how to see in this garage and Spear Motors. You ready as CM. You Kampala jenzidukira. Era abantu bambuza Kampala. Simanyi Kampala wefaana kati. Kampala, to me, I'm a tourist now. Many years. Siri Kampala. So, let's go back to our conversation. Things you knew and things you know. very, very hot today. It's very hot. Mutegedde bulungi nnyo kegusibwa gye London. Era buli omu yeewuunya kati bwe tufuna visa nga bwe twali mu group, we returned at 2 o'clock. They gave me the passports. I gave them to each of us individually. Buli omu ne yeeyongerayo. And we were to meet on a particular date because the visas are issued a week before we travel, something like that. We had to buy the tickets as a group. We had to buy the tickets. Kenya Airways, East African, or Airlines House now. It is called Airlines House. Before it used to be called East African Air, whatever. It is a building next to Kampala Casino. Went there. And then we did everything. Kati kyemuganze nayagaliza abantu bangi nnyo. Era nga bwe twali mu group tetwaddamu kulabagana. Hey, I've never seen all those people again. Ate nga nabayamba. Zikamba buli ebintu byenkoledde abantu bingi nnyo. Kati tutuuka ku kisaawe. The day, you know, I told you the plane left me. I missed the flight because of the scandal or the fracas at Entebbe. And I would fly the next week with my girlfriend. You had to pay the ticket again. Watemulabye drama. Watemulabye drama. Tulunga nzija London. Nze naye nze ku shoppinga. Ate tewaliwo kintu kyali kimpusha kujja London. Tekyaliwo saakirabawo. Because I was doing well. Sajja nti najja kukuba kyeyo. Era bwe tumaliza study tour ne bye twaliko byonna. Nakomawo Uganda. Nakomawo. Naye ebyokukola bingi nnyo. Nfuna. I had a girlfriend. Neyeeyongerayo. Nga bwe nabagamba nagenda ku gundi ku different universities. Era nali ndi Uganda email najja. I have been admitted. Yes, I had left my CV, I had left my credentials, I had left my details, and I had the interest in coming to study here, but not that soon. So 2001, that's how I find myself coming back to study here for 4 years as an overseas international student, fully self-sponsored, my own money. Tekwaliko sente za muntu, sina muntu we nasabiriza. $100,000 US. It would cost me to study here for 4 years. Fully paid. And then I finished. In fact, I graduated twice. I am the only student. Now I was nali mugezi nnyo. Bampa exemptions because the course, it was a business course, combined course, shipping and transport management. I graduated in shipping after 1 year. Shipping and transport, because I had study credits from customs clearing and forwarding. Then I had to do transport management on its own. All my university study, I've always done combined degrees. When I was at London Metropolitan University, I did international politics and economics. When I was at Middlesex University, international law and politics. Mzambulaga. Nsoma yawe. You don't do a combination degree. nga you can't manage it. Ate zonna zonna nga afuna honors. Kyenva nagamba nti when I finished at the MDX, that was it. Kusoma nali nkumaze. Songera mu kusoma. No, of course I do other things. The other things I write, like the stories. I'm a very prolific writer. Stories. In a catalogue yange, good storylines. There are about 10 stories, explosive ones. And when I come to publishing them, there will be a money spinner. There will be this one, the Angelina one. I've already had a lot of interest from tourists, whatever. It'll be a Tanzania. Your story, they want the story, but I'm still writing it. They want to make it into a movie. Diaspora, Regina, the Croydon Beauty. Your explosive, your diaspora. So there are many things. But anyway, that is the situation. Nga bwetyo kegusinzije era ndani ebyange tebiriko nti nalimba nsina kye nalimba nzina babuwi byenno bbawa kyova olaba ne bwe najja wano nga student buli mwaka nakomanga kuba bye nabagamba nzina nga nti you have to return every year for 5 years. Buli December nga ndi Kampala kyengamba nti I was in, out, flying. Ngenda mu America, nkomawo, ndi UK, Dubai, Paris, nanyumira obulamu. Nanyumirwa. Ng'oyingira Kyaddondo bonna bakulinze ekisaawe ne kigugumuka kyonna bwekiti. Yingideo omugaga. Ti omugaga ali Mbulaya asoma. Naye gaza abantu London. I have made people love UK, man. Jesus Christ. Hey, let me tell you. Never insane. It's too regular. It is too like in Tiarinye. Kulaba kubulabi. Oleko pakusa abaana. Oleko kola kimwe. As we tunulira abaana kati generation yeno. You need role models. You need people to inspire you. You, of course, even if you cannot be me, kyobolabyeko kyokka. Waliwo we nakomawo, that was 2004. Nali nyambadde tracksuit ya Nike najigula mu America. Ne trainer we, my friend. I even forgot my suitcases at the airport. Navayo went out and I'm bouncing about. Kila mtu walishanga abantu beunyaga abantu be Bulaya ngaba ate nga tuli baana bato aba girlfriend bali nga bana batano nga baninze I put the word out to mawulira walo. There used to be a chat room on New Vision website. You said that in a chat room. Before Facebook, I know it's social media. I'm returning back for my Christmas holidays and all that. So that is the whole drama experience of Visa. To me, it was a new beginning. To me, it was a new beginning of my life. Ebintu ebyakyuka byali bingi. Nagamba kale Patrick ali mukono na sente, Patrick ali muchakala, Patrick itayo na family na ati mubanye bya family. Family eberawo obezi kwogera kukuba mu bituli. Yeah, of course what was I saying? Nali na chiche nali nkolere kakati olwo. Mama omwana wange to driftings apart. Yo bibyadala byeko byali mu mala. She had been usurped. We had so much energy, and I don't think because the last was in 2004. The boy is 3 years old. I'm later underway for Christmas. Katoro nkwataganya ne Miss Uganda. Sijja mubabulira linnya bambi. She's a very, very good friend of mine. Sijja muteka mu mboozi eno. Ha! Yali ku YMCA. Nali ku YMCA. We were organizing some event at Christmas. Nabalaga ebintu ebyo. Christmas carols ez'abaana. I have a very strong connection with YMCA. Nengamba, let me give back something. And we organize something for the kids. Njabba was story ya YMCA. YMCA waliwo story nene bintu biwanvu from a long time. So I checked with my friends. Miss Uganda. So she was the guest of honor. Maybe that's 23rd. About 23rd over 17th December 2004. Kati buyawulira ebintu ebyo najjano n'omwana. Me had returned back around the 10th of December. Jayo na jampulidde bangambye oli mbakazi n'akwata omwana n'amutwala. I have the video. In fact, I remember that day I was recording on my camcorder. N'atwala omwana. Naye kati olwo nali nkomyewo nga mmaliriza okusoma tunyumya mboozi nga mmaliriza okusoma. So I wanted to set up my business again, Paramount Investments, to pick it up from there. Nkomyewo ne gundi computers nali ntise ebintu bingi nnyo. I came back on Emirates. Mujimanya Emirates Air. Yeah, launching Uganda, Emirates. They didn't have that route. It just came. Emirates. Irafe twasoko kulinya business class ya Emirates. Nga bagaba omwenge. Wala bia bani bagaba omwenge. Wala nga balungi nnyo. Ahola era entwaba kwananga nabagambanga. I told you that. Wala balungi nnyo. I don't know if airlines still run the way they used to run. Abawala ku airline nga tubakwana nga bawala bato. I think babeeranga mu range ya 7, not even 17, maybe 20. Baba ati olwalandinganga nga baba wasujja ennaku 2-3 turn around eyokeddeyo. Nawe wagala kunyumirwa ku bulamu. Mugamba era zonna wooteri awo entebe zakolanga ssente empitirivu nnyo. Era namwe bimanyi oba bikyaliwo. They had to stop over for 2 days and then turn around. Bo tebaddirayo long haul. I don't know whether they still do those things now. Kenya, nababulya story ya gondi. Romance on flight KQ. Nakwana air hostess muna Kenya. Nemulia emimwa mu nnyonyi etayina n'ebisale na byange. Anyway, guys, we're going to continue in the diaspora series. Of course, maybe was. Yembozi ya Kegusi nga nzija London nakulaba ngamba olisobola London nakulaba ngamba bino. You have to go to the UK to study. Yeah, my mama wange yaganya osomera London. My mom, kuva primary. Gabanga ngenda kusomera London. Ngandi mugezi 4 points. UNEB PLE 1987 candidate. My results came back and I went to Mwiri. I didn't go to SMAC. Clever boy. Hey.